Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good morning to this wonderful, beautiful day. This is our last study information day, so sit tight and we'll get to a lot of activities we do here at the DAE after classes or beyond classes, however you want to see it. So there's a lot of opportunities that you can do, a lot of different things that the DAE is involved with, so stay tuned. First, we come up with our international opportunities here at the DAE. Stay tight.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Inge de Voer. As my colleague Sandra told you, I'm the International Coordinator at Digital Arts and Entertainment. And today we're going to talk about the international opportunities in digital arts and entertainment. At DAE, we can go to the world or we bring the world to you. So today we're going to talk first about the internationalization at home. What it means, I'll tell you in a sec. Afterwards, we're going to talk about the internships, possible studies you can do abroad, and then we're going to end with the coolest international opportunity in DAE, and that is the DAE study visit. But first, before we send you out in the world, we bring the world to you. What does internationalization at home mean? Whew, it's a mouthful. So, first of all classes in DAE are taught in English or in Dutch. So you can actually choose right from the start to follow DAE in English or in Dutch. This results in the world being present at Digital Arts and Entertainment. We have more than 300 international students coming from all over the world. France, Pakistan, Portugal, Uzbekistan, Venezuela, Vietnam. The whole world is almost present here at DAE. Why did we choose to give classes in English? Well, the world of game development, visual effects, 3D animation, the predominant language is English. And we, of course, want to prepare you in the best possible way to a future job in the industry. And we do that by teaching in English. Of course, when we bring the world to DAE, it's not only through our students, but of course, it's also through the competitions we force or we ask you to compete in. Nothing better to compare your talents with than to compare them with other students worldwide. And we're super grateful that our students not only have excellent skills, but also compete in these competitions, because this enables us as well to become the first and the best school in game design and development in the world by the rookies. We won the award not only in 2021, but also beforehand in 2017 and 18. And we're specifically proud of that because it's not it's an independent competition, and the awards for best student work are chosen by the industry itself. So, besides competing on an international level for students, it's also a way to get their work out there and to already start networking with the industry. Of course, due to COVID, we had to compete more online. But let's hope our life comes back to normality and we can again partake in game jams. For example, what you see here is our students out in Cambridge taking part in a Brains Eden game jam. So let's hope this will all come back and we can start sending students again. Next up, how do we bring how do we bring the world in DAE? Well, during classes, after classes, we organize workshops, guest lectures by the industry. This, for example, here you can see an industry visit by, let me check real quick, by DICE, but this is one of many. We had Frank Albers of Pixar coming over, talking about how he ended up in Pixar. Loads of international guest speakers. And since this year, we also organize our own very entertainment festival, Unwrap. Unwrap is a mixture between a conference and a career fair, and where we invite more than 20 or 30 guest speakers from all over the world. It also includes a game pitch cafe, and the goal is, of course, to network, to mingle, to listen to talks. I already want to invite you in October 22, from 13 to 15 October, we're organizing our next Unwrap. So hope to see you there and hope to meet you with the rest of the world. And of course, during Unwrap, we also have a career fair. And that brings me right to the second point, that is international internships. And now we are not bringing the world to you, but you are going into the world. I must say about 30 to 35% of internships go abroad. And here you have an overview, not only where you can do the internships, but where is the game industry and VFX industry located? Well, I can tell you, your future career is a marathon. So we see that during an internship, you will mostly stay in Europe. However, the more senior you get, the further you fly as we speak. So a lot of international opportunities. And of course, your portfolio is your ticket to the industry. So during DAE, we will put a lot of focus on creating the best possible art piece that will get you the best possible portfolio and ticket in the Belgian and international industry. The third option to go abroad in digital arts and entertainment is to study abroad. We have more than 10 different partners located throughout the world. And as you can see, these are only two examples. The modern building is of the University of Hertfordshire. They also became best game design and development school in the world the previous year, and we are partnering with them. On the other hand side, we also can send you way further abroad. On the other side, you can see a picture of Montreal, where of course an important hub for the game industry in Canada, where we have our partner NAT. So these are only two examples of the places you can go to while studying at Digital Arts and Entertainment. And here we come already to the end of the presentation. Every year, except during COVID, we organize a study visit where we take more than 50 or 100 students out in the world to visit companies, to enjoy culture abroad. So not only are we going to, for example, Canada, we also went to Japan, UK, and here I'm going to show you a trailer of a couple of years ago of our study visits to Canada. So enjoy.
great people lined up for you today, a couple of the general managers.
But you want an expensive collectible for it? Or
Again, not announced, don't know.
Okay, so this was my short introduction about about some of the many international opportunities in digital arts and entertainment. Next up is my colleague Ali Weiss, and she will tell you more about Game for Thought and the mission statement right after a short break. Thank you for watching and hope to see you soon in DAE in the level. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to our study information day. Just as my wonderful colleague Sandra already mentioned this morning. My name is Allie Weiss. I am the ethics coordinator in international game development, which is a bit of a mouthful. I'll explain exactly what that means in just a moment. You'll see here on this screen, I have this really cute looking crocodile guy that one of our students actually made, and it is actually the front page of our mission statement, which again, I will get to in just a little bit. I think it's interesting to know. So I was actually at DAE a little bit before, and I worked with my colleague Isabel, who you'll see very shortly, on community things, supporting our students, including the international students. And as from June last year, I transferred to a new role, which is the ethics coordinator. And so it's kind of it's been a really exciting year. It's been one in which we've tried out some different initiatives. We've had a lot of input from the students in terms of what they want to see that maybe not necessarily is super technical or curriculum related. So yeah, this year has been really like the pilot year of the ethics story here at DIE, and it's been a super wonderful journey with a lot of opportunities for growth as well. I'll get to exactly what this means in just a little bit. First, I'll just introduce myself. As I said before, my name is Allie. I'm the ethics coordinator. I am not from Belgium, which you can probably tell by my accent. I'm from the United States. I'm from Baltimore, which is a city just a little bit north of Washington, D.C. So I've put myself on here as the ethics coordinator. I've also put another very important colleague. You'll hear about her a little bit later in the community presentation as well. But I've put my colleague Catalina, who works for our student support services, and she works very much so with peer support, student support in smaller groups, our Buddy in Mind project, which we'll get to in just a bit. She also works a lot with ethics, and she is a trust and contact person for students, as I also hope to be myself. And the mission statement, which is essentially the code of conduct, which we'll get to, Catalina was really instrumental in the writing of this as well. So Catalina is here with us in spirit today. She's definitely a big part of the ethics story, so she is a face to remember as well. So ethics at DIE. Literally, what does this mean? I think a lot of people hear the word ethics or anything related to ethical themes or topics, and it kind of puts them off. And I understand. It's something that can sometimes seem a little condescending. It can also seem a bit abstract. Sometimes it's not really clear exactly what this has to do with studies that are so technical. But we believe that it is so timely and it's really important that we involve ethics and these more socially relevant, psychologically relevant themes within our student community and within the curriculum. We believe that it's really time to include these things within our community. And why? Why is that? Why now? And also how? So I'm saying all these things like it's time to involve ethics, but how exactly will we do that? And how have we done that already this year? So it all starts with the community, again, which, spoiler alert, we'll get to in like 15 minutes or so. It all starts with the community. So when we were thinking about some initiatives that we would launch, in terms of the piloting of the ethics story at DIE, the input that we received from our students, that really spurred things. It became really clear that they wanted something, they wanted a space to discuss the topics that are important right now in the industry and in digital entertainment at large. So I just want to make clear that ethics and the ethics story, it's so driven by our students. For example, the Game for Thought project, which we'll get to, that was really a project that was student driven, and it's still student centered. The code of conduct, the mission statement that we now have, it also was a lot of it was actually written by students. So again, it all starts with our community. This isn't something that we just decided to start here at DAE. It's something that really took shape by the hands of our students who really want to talk about these things, which is really affirming, and it just means that we just have to keep going with these ethical topics. And so I know you can't really see it that well on the screen because I decided to use white font, but I'll explain it for you. So we have the ethics story at large. I met with students when we were trying to kind of figure out initially what we were going to do with this, how we were going to start highlighting ethics within the community and the curriculum. And we saw it in two different pieces. So one of the pieces is more so behavior and well-being. Arguably, these could be two separate things, and I think actually it could be. But one of these pieces, for just the sake of things now, is behavior and well-being. And so in this little section, we ask ourselves, how do I perceive appropriate and good behavior? And also, which I think is the most important, how can we foster safe and really inclusive and fun and welcoming environments, both in person and online? So I think actually the pandemic was, it wasn't easy for all of us, especially our students. It was not easy, but it did give us the tools, and it spurred creativity, and it led us to do some of our activities and programming in some different cool kinds of online ways. With that, we did and continue to do some more things virtually. And so going off of that, it's really important to be able to have a guideline for a safe, inclusive, welcome space online. And so that is a huge piece, I think, of the behavior and well-being section. The second part, which is very important as well, because our students eventually will leave us and they will go into the industry. The second piece is the industry. So then we ask ourselves, okay, how do my values influence my work, and vice versa? And also, how can I already, as a student or a staff member, be sensitized to these themes already? And for students, how can I encounter this even before I graduate from DAE? So again, we saw it in two different pieces. So behavior and well-being, and then the industry. And so this is what we've come up with in the first year of the ethics story of really being prominent at DAE. So you'll see in the behavior and well-being, I keep wanting to say PISTA, but in the behavior and well-being section, you'll see this cute little crocodile once again, and next to him reads respect, positivity, passion, and effort. And so these are the 4 words that we've decided are crucial to who we are and what we believe in as the DAE community. And again, this is the front page of the mission statement. So we decided to launch a mission statement, a code of conduct that really affirms what we believe in as a community. It also establishes community guidelines, both in person and online, so we can all assure that we will have the most positive experience possible for, both ourselves and also for the enrichment of other people. And then we go ahead to the industry. And what did we do here? We started the Game for Thought initiative. This actually this is the second year of the Game for Thought initiative. We piloted this project last year, and what is Game for Thought? So basically, we go on Twitch once a month and we tackle a different subject that is ethically relevant, socially relevant in the game or film or digital entertainment industry at large, or even the technology domain as well. And so we discuss these ethically relevant themes. We have students involved in the panel, also industry professionals, professors from both Belgium and also all over the world. We've had industry professionals and professors join us from the US, from Canada, from Malta, from the UK, from Spain even. So we've had a lot of different international guests, which just proves the point that ethics is something that is being talked about globally. And so now I'll just dive in a little bit more to these specific initiatives. So you will see right here, this is the bottom of the DAE website for all of you out there that have taken a look at the DAE website. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend you do, especially if you want to apply to DAE. If you look at the bottom, you will see under the students category, the DAE Mission Statement. You can read the mission statement, which is about 9 pages in total. The community guideline section is around like 4 pages in total, so it's a really easy read. And it will give you a view of, again, what we believe and what we stand for as a community, and how you will be accepted by our student body and our student community as well. It also gives you a look at what kind of behaviors and things like that are really encouraged here, and also how to support your well-being. So if you're interested, go ahead and read that. We also have, right here, you'll see again the crocodile. If you see the crocodile, that means mission statement. And then I have a sneak peek of basically what's inside. So the table of contents, you'll see there's a section basically about why do we believe in talking about ethics. The community guidelines, it covers respect of all identities, bullying and harassment, a no tolerance policy, positive communication and reinforcement. I think this is huge, and online do's and don'ts and so on. I just also want to make it clear that we decided to name this what is essentially a code of conduct. We decided to name it the mission statement because the last thing we wanted was for this document to be kind of like a punitive list of rules and sanctions for our students. That is absolutely not what we wanted. We wanted something to make something more affirming and more additive to our community. And so that's why we named it the mission statement, because it doesn't take away from our students. It really affirms what we already believe in. And a big part of this mission statement as well is the opportunity, the ability for our students to reach out if they need help, if they want to talk to someone. It's something that we stress, especially within the community, that we are here for you. We all make mistakes. That's literally just part of living and learning and growing. We're all human and we're all going through this together. So we're here to help you, and also you help us. It's very reciprocal. So you'll see here the community team, myself, Isabel, and my colleague Carlos, who is the techie guy today. He's manning the stream together with Sandra. Go Carlos. You'll see us. You'll also see Catalina again under peer support. Study coaching. This is a little bit more study curriculum related, but we do have study planning, motivational support, special facilities, and study track counseling that is available for our students. You'll also see a QR code right here, and that will take you to the HOAS Student Support Services website. And so our Stuvo colleagues are really amazing. They also, we work closely together with them as the community. They offer psychosocial counseling. They also put together really fun activities such as sports activities for our students. They also help with study financing, student housing, so any of those kinds of things our student support services can help with. And again, this is very linked for us with the ethics and the well-being. It really goes hand in hand. And then question marks around the industry. What are we doing about ethics and the industry? So again, like I mentioned before, we launched the Game for Thought live stream series, also the podcast series. So we have a Twitch stream and a podcast every single month, again, about a different topic surrounding ethics in the game or film or digital entertainment industry. So you'll see here, this is a little snippet. I won't play it right now just for the sake of time, but hey, if you're watching this, you're already on YouTube. So why not just pop over and watch a Game for Thought? This is the last one that we did actually last week about accessibility in games. And you'll see we had Tara Volker, who was the accessibility lead at Xbox. We had Amy Kavanaugh. Tara came from the US. Amy came from the UK. She's a disability activist and content creator on Twitch, on Twitter, all those fun things. Also, Catherine Gerling. She is a professor at KU Leuven. Also important to note that we always have students on our panel as well, because again, this project started as a student-driven project, so we find it crucial that students' voices are heard throughout this entire thing. I think ethics without students and without the student input, it would lose a lot of momentum. So this is the schedule for the upcoming semester in terms of streams. The next one is on the 16th of March with the topic of dark design patterns. After that, we'll have one in April about esports. We'll also have one in May about games and control, so parental controls, also policy, regulations, legislations, censorship, all of those things. Also super important to mention, we have a podcast. So on Spotify, we also cover monthly topics. Our VFX major coordinator, Robin Rodet, hosts this, as well as a HOAS student she's wonderful. Her name is Ruth Coppins. So it's a really cool listen if you are on the train, say next year, if you're like traveling to DAE for the fall, it's a good listen. Also about ethics in games. So it's time. It's time for me to end this presentation so I don't go over time. And B, it's time to really talk about ethics. You'll see that there are a bunch of snippets over here about ethics in the game industry, ethics in the digital entertainment industry. And it's been a really dominating story in the past year or few years or so. And so in a curriculum that's so technical, sometimes we don't innately have the time or the space or the capacity to cover these ethically, socially relevant topics. But for us, it's important to start to do so. We're starting to create these spaces that we can discuss these really meaningful topics in real time, that you as a student, as a future student of DAE, will see eventually when you enter the industry. So again, yeah, it's time to talk about ethics. This is a new position, so we're learning, we're growing as we go. But I think the most important thing is that we start with it, and also that we listen to you all and what you have in mind as we keep going with the ethics story. That is it for me. I will keep sitting in this chair because my amazing colleague Isabel is coming over just in a couple minutes, and then we will talk about the community at DAE, which is definitely very important for you all out there. We'll see you in just a little bit. Bye, everyone. Hi,
Hey,
everyone.
Hi, everybody, and a warm welcome to our community today. Today, you are a part of this. It is always so nice, Ali, isn't it, to talk to future students, to explain things, how the DAE community works, to share our experience, to share our knowledge, and to give you an idea of why we talk today about this DAE community. So it's our job to support you in your journey that you're about to start in September next academic year. I believe there is a number of international students out there too. You have even some bigger steps to take to prepare yourself for DAE. Do not worry at all, because especially me, as Ali moved to ethics now, unfortunately, but then a very good thing as well. I will surf with you along the way and help you in everything you need to make your stay as pleasant as possible. So in the next 20 minutes, we will talk about what exactly is the DAE community, why does the DAE community exist, and what benefits does it have for you and for like the whole group of students studying at DAE. My name is Isabel. I'm from Belgium. I work for Hoest DAE already 10 years, I think. Time flies, I can tell you.
Appreciation in the chat for Isabel.
Thank you, thank you. Very proud to be here and work with students. It's a pleasure. I think it every morning. I come to work and I think how nice it is to arrive at the level here and be between all those students. Yes, my name is Isabel, community manager already for a long time at DAE here, organizing stuff with students, for students. Ali, you presented yourself?
Yes, I already did.
Yeah, but maybe we have new people joining.
Sure. So
shortly.
if you are new to the stream, I just talked about the ethics story at DAE. So my name is Ali Weiss. I am our ethics coordinator in international game development. If you're wondering, like, what is that, then you can go back when the stream is over and watch like the previous 20 minutes or so. As you can already probably tell, I'm not from Belgium. So I am from the US. I'm from Baltimore, which is about like just a little bit north of Washington, D.C. I think something really interesting to note is that I know what the experience is like for to be an international that is in Belgium for the first time, studying here and trying to, adjust and make a new path for yourself here in Belgium. So although we certainly take care of both our local and international students. I firsthand know how it can be as an international student in Belgium. So hopefully I can be of assistance there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ali. Also from my side, I want to add that I had an international experience too. I was in Argentina for a year. So also me, I know how it is to feel lonely, for example, at a certain point, or be homesick at a certain point. Even for Belgian students, this is also something new. You're here in a student room in Kortrijk, like 5 days away from your parents. You have to cook by yourself. You have to do maybe some grocery shopping by yourself. Maybe do some laundry if you decided to stay over the weekend, which will happen. So we're not only there to support you in like administrative stuff or in referring you to the right contact persons. We are also there to give you some mental support and a hug when that will be possible again.
And until then, we can give you elbow bumps, which are equally as cool.
Yes.
Almost, I guess. We say that we are your contact and trust people, and we really are. So as Isabel said, if you need anything, if you need assistance, we are there for you. Or we can direct you to the best possible contact. Also, I would be remiss not to mention our additional colleague who is behind the screens right now, Carlos. Carlos is our community assistant, so you will see his face around our campus, the level.
And as you can see, he is also not from Belgium. He lives here already for a very long time, but his roots are in Ecuador. So also he knows what it is to live abroad. I don't think there's even a better team than us, Ali.
You know, not to toot our own horn, but
No,
but I
no.
think we're pretty cool. Hope
Okay.
you guys agree.
Let's proceed. Also previously in the ethics part, Ali was talking about Catalina, our peer support colleague, but for the students that just came on board for this community part. So Catalina is also a very important member of our team too, because community is all about peer support. And actually Catalina is there to connect students. We are a very big group of students. We have a lot of types of different people here at DAE. Catalina is there to help some of those groups of students by connecting them, like a big focus on well-being, competencies and psychological support. So body and mind is something that I want to explain like very briefly, but it's a project that Catalina started here at DAE, but then to enroll in Holho West for students who would really like to be there for another students. So it is always, we have always known and we have always heard from students that it is so important to have people around you to be able to finish DAE, to be able to graduate. You need friends, you need good working students around you to be stronger, to feel stronger and to pass DAE. And this is one of the projects that helps too, because not everybody makes friends very easily, and that is why this project is helping too. So we really have some peer support, body and mind students who are trained to help other students when they see that something is going less well, or when they see that somebody has less social skills to join a group of students and work and do leisure time stuff and so on. So a very important pillar in our team is Catalina too, and I'm sure you will see her today as well. Okay, so Ali, I give the word to you again.
So, as we covered in the ethics talk, you hear about this. You hear the word community, 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 but you might be like, okay, but what actually is it? And why do we do the things that we do? And also, why is it important for you to know this? Why listen also to this in addition to the talks, to the study information days about the curriculum? Why add this in? So, as Isabel mentioned previously, it's crucial. It's so important when we talk to students, for them, the community, the sense of like acceptance and being welcome and having other people to push them along and kind of to serve as like external accountability while they're working on their assignments. It's crucial for our students at DIE. Absolutely not to scare you out there. I'm sure that you've heard this before as well to an extent. DIE is a pretty demanding curriculum. You will have a lot of work, and there will be times where it does get difficult for you. But that is where our community steps in. And that is why community is so important. Sometimes it's really important to have someone there with you to study, to work on your assignments together. It's also really important to take a break and to do other activities, other things that promote your well-being, whether that's mentally, physically, or both. And so we know that it's demanding. We know that there's a lot going on. Being a student, like, at the baseline, it's tough sometimes. And so that's what we're here to do. We're here to provide you with opportunities to connect with each other, to support one another, and most importantly, also to have fun. That is also our goal.
Absolutely. We see it a bit as our job too, to take you away from the screen, because we believe, and we always say to our internationals with whom we have a video call with, that your laptop is going to be your best friend. Yeah, and we see it as our job to take you away from the screen for a while, to have some extracurricular curriculum activities, like activities outside of the curriculum that have nothing to do with it. Of course, we organize such type of activities too, because we believe that we need to keep inspiring you and nurture your creativity and such. But what about a bit of sport outside, or a bit of movement to give a bit of new energy to the brain? And that is why I'm happy to, for example, here we have some examples of activities that are hosted by our own students. So it's basically happens like this. A student gets in touch with you and says, like, Isabel or Ali, I really want to organize something in the evening. And for example, we have our weekly energy boost, basketball, feel the beat, which is a dance class. We have a stretch class too. We have football, new activities for the second semester. So some new students came on board to organize an activity, which is Frisbee, which is historical European martial arts. Yes, believe it or not. And also, we have a game community, of course, a board game community, that too, with students who organize D&D in a game bar here in Kortrijk every Wednesday, and also one student that will start with a chess club once a month on our study night on Thursday. Talking about that study night, it says study night, but actually it's a nice mix of things. The study night happens on Thursday from 6:30 to 10, and there's quite some things to do next to studying too. So we have a bar, people connect at the bar. We have a closet full of board games, so students play board games. We have our study night team, that's a team of students hosting the study night, organizing, for example, a cosplay evening. For example, next week we have a fairy-themed study night, and people will expect it to come disguised. We have that team also giving workshops about topics that are very, for example, that are crucial now for the first year students. They hear or feel the need for an extra workshop because students need feedback, students need extra info, and that's why they say, okay, we're going to host a workshop on the Thursday evening, and let's support those students to make sure they deliver good work and they feel comfortable and they feel more secure in what they do. So, and here you see some pictures, only happy faces actually, yeah.
We're happy people.
Happy people. So you're looking at activities that are happening in bigger groups, also in smaller groups, because not everybody is comfortable in a big group. So that's also where Katalene, for example, comes in from peer support. We do activities also in small groups as well. So that are some examples of what we organize here. We also have a yearly creativity week. We have a Christmas party. We have a Halloween party. We have a big cosplay party with a contest, prizes and such. So there's a lot to do. And hey, if you come on board next academic year and you have an idea, you just, when we come across each other in the hallway, or you find us on Discord too, just send us a message and we see what we can do and work together to make your activity happen. A lot is possible here, but then some students are that creative that a lot of things are not
Some things
feasible
aren't
neither.
doable.
Anyway, more than happy to talk to you about that. That is what we're here for.
I see in the chat, for example, Glenn says the only skill I cover is bodybuilding. You can definitely contact us because we know that there are students interested in that. There is a group of very active students here that leave their screens and go to the gym. For example, we also have gym specials, student deals with the local gym. Yes, Sandra's over here. She loves to go to the gym as well. We have student specials for local gyms in Kortrijk as well, if you would like to partake in that. But Glenn, come see us when you arrive, and we'll make something happen.
Absolutely. More than welcome. So going back to the study night team. So a team of students hosts the weekly study night. It's also a fact that in the beginning of the academic year, at the end of the academic year, and before and sometimes after every holiday, we organize a special study night. They host a party or a big, as I said, like Halloween or cosplay evening. It can also be a ping pong contest. But here we have 9 students involved on a weekly basis. We meet them on the Monday. They meet on the Tuesday to make sure we have a nice study night every week. And it's very important to have every major covered in our study night team. So for example, Lissa from IGP, we have Regis and Steph and Hisham, Joao, Misla, from GGP, Ariana Ridgen from GD as well. So every major is actually there in the study night team, which means that, and that's also the goal, that you can go to them and ask if you need help. Yeah, they're sitting at the bar, or they're doing the bar. They're sitting in a classroom. So actually, they are also there for you, not only for organizing stuff. So a great bunch of students where we can lean on, where you can lean on. They always big time.
It's also interesting to note that we also have a good mix usually of local students and international students as well. So Misla is from Poland, for example. Ariana is from Italy. I think Hisham is from the Netherlands as well. So it's important for us to have a good mix of majors and class years and international, local. So you really have a wide range of people and input from the study night team.
If you're somebody who likes to offer help as from the second year, you are more than welcome to apply for the study night team. Who knows, we will work more together than just cross each other in the hallway and have us support you in what you need, but we're closely together on our weekly study night. That would be really cool.
It's a blast, and it's gives you really great experience in terms of planning things and workshops as well. If you're maybe interested in teaching, I don't know, it's also useful for that. So a lot of like personal growth opportunities, but also professional. So if you want to have fun, if you want to learn some things, then the study night team might be a good idea for you.
Absolutely. And your study night team, if you're watching now, please know that you're keeping our hearts warm.
Thank you, study night team.
For example, this is the template of the study night. It's always adjusted, of course, to what is happening that week or upcoming and such. So work, chat, drink, cafe, game, a lot to do always. And maybe we can go over, Ali, because we were talking about different groups of students or different students hosting an activity. We have a community server, and everything is nicely structured in there on what is happening, and people with the same interest can find each other easily in there. So we can't wait to welcome you there as from next September. So one place to know what we're organizing and how to connect DAE Active as from September next academic year. So here we have an overview of what is happening. So next to Ali, her game for thought.
And the mission statement.
And the mission
whoop.
statement.
Do you see the crocodile?
Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
What was his name again, Ali?
I don't know. If you have any good name recommendations for the crocodile,
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, please put it in the chat because we're still looking for a good name for him.
Absolutely. So here you have some things. So for example, next week, Lissa from our study night team, but also Buddy and Mind student, she is organizing a cooking workshop. So she will make pasta with tomato-based sauce and a side salad together with other 10 students. So West Chess is the new chess club that we talked about already. Here you see Marcelo with his dance class. Then we have Mace, her super nice logo, starting her historical European martial arts next week. We also have a bouldering club of students. Here's the D&D group. Buddy in Mind again. And then one of the things that we are so looking forward to organize again is our food and culture fair. Market, actually. So we call it the Global Taste Fair. It's a big culture and food market that we organize twice a year. And international students, you play a big role in that. Of course, we also have a big Belgian table, but we would like to have every country in our food market where we can taste some of your home country food, and then we organize this big market and people can buy a ticket and go tasting. It's one of the nicest activities or events during our academic year.
I always hear from students that they've missed it within the past 2 years, and it's a great way to meet other people as well, especially both the fall and the spring, but especially in the fall if you're a new student and you want to meet some people and also eat good food and
delicious food.
Meet people from all over the world. The Global Taste Fair is an amazing option for you.
Absolutely. So you can go as far as you want. Also, Belgian students out there also very welcome to host a Belgian table. So some people go very far. They have clothes on from their home country. They decorate the whole table. They bring in lots of finger food, put a lot of work in it. Nice to know is that we pay back the ingredients always. So yeah, it's a big organization, but it's a very colorful and tasteful event. I'm so much looking forward to it. So here again, the host student services to support in a lot of different things like psychological assistance, facilities, housing, for example, and a lot more. Know that when you come on board next September that we will elaborate way more than we do now. Yeah,
a lot more.
A lot more.
You'll hear from us a lot.
Absolutely.
You'll also see, Isabel, I'm not sure if you mentioned the D&D logo.
No,
we
I
also
didn't.
we also have two of our wonderful students. They host D&D at
it's 4 students actually. It's a team of 4 in the meanwhile. Yeah.
So 4 of our lovely students, they host D&D every week, every Wednesday, at a local bar in Kortrijk. That's super cool, and it's super catered towards games. Crafty potions. It's really catered towards games. They serve really cool, unique drinks. It's really a unique bar. And so they have D&D every Wednesday where students can join. They have their own Discord server, of course. From September, you can join that. And then
absolutely,
if you like D&D, if you've played before, even if you've never played before, they're very beginner friendly. Same goes, for example, with chess. Don't worry if you've never done this before. This is a time for all of us to try new things. So I really recommend if you think even for a second that it's something that could be cool, just go ahead and join.
Absolutely. So, and again, not only the study night team, but also all of those students organizing stuff, they also keep our hearts warm. They put a lot of effort in this, and it's not only for them that they do it, but they do it more for other students, to bring students together with common interests. Okay. Thank you. We're already there.
That flew by.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today, joining Isabel and myself, and hearing all about things that the community offers, and what you can expect as a student at DAE in the fall next academic year. We so look forward to these new academic years and meeting new students and welcoming you, and connecting all of you together as well.
Absolutely.
And we're excited. We are thrilled to see what you can also bring, new ideas, new creativity, new energy. We really can't wait for you to be here.
I hope that we can start in a normal way next academic year, so we can do that global taste fair, so the culture and food market again. And especially to the international students out there listening to us today. So know that as soon as you get your final certificate of acceptance, I'm coming in and I will be there along the way, guiding you in what you need to do and how to prepare best for your arrival. So I will get in touch with an email, information brochures that you'll have to read, and then you'll be invited for a call, and then we will have a chat, and then I will tell you even more. A very big thanks again, and it would be so nice to meet you next academic year here. Bye.
Enjoy the rest of the stream, everyone. Bye. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Have you always been fascinated by film, games, and special effects? Would you love to create fictional 2D and 3D worlds of your own? If your dream is to become a game developer, VFX artist, 3D animator, or sound designer, our Bachelor in Digital Arts and Entertainment is the perfect fit for you. Depending on the major you choose, you'll acquire a tailored mix of artistic and technical skills, such as 3D modeling, character design, rigging, and programming game engines. Yes, you heard that right. The only thing standing between you and the wondrous world of game and film design is a healthy dose of hard work. As one of the best game design and development schools in the world, Howest helps you master programming, game graphics production, and state-of-the-art technologies. What are you waiting for? Join the Howest community. Discover the program at howest.be.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, boys and girls, and everybody in between, of course, LGBTQA plus people. Everybody is welcome at Stuvo at OS. My name is Jeffrey de Klerk, and I'm a Stuvo worker. I will guide you through what you can find in Stuvo, or which questions you can get answered at Stuvo. So we start with the guidance. We start with peer support. We think it's a value that students support each other. So there are many initiatives like the buddy system where students help each other out. If you don't find an answer immediately, you can go on the course unit. You can ask your teacher to help you out if you don't find an answer in the first place. They will explain your lesson in a more private group. Then you have the study track counselor. You contact him if you're not sure about your study track or you want to change the track you're in. It's no big deal. Just contact us before the 1st of November for this first semester and the 1st of March for the second semester. You can also contact the study coach, which is me, if you want to work on your study skills or if you want special accommodations or adaptations for exams, for instance. And then there are my Stuvo colleagues who works especially around the financial issues and mental issues. So here you have everything on a grid. It's what I came to say, but in an overview. What does Stuvo stand for? Well, you can come to us for basically any questions at Stuvo. What we basically do is make your track as short as possible and as fun as possible. So if you have problems with your study choice, if you want study coaching, special statues or facilities, for instance, a sports statue or working student statue, you can come to us and we'll get you some facilities. If you want financial support or legal support, for instance, if you have problems with your housing or boss, you can come to us. Also for psychological support and mobility, and if you are a working student, we can sort it out what's best for you. The study coaching then is if you're not sure about your study track or even within DAE, if you think you chose the wrong major, you can have a talk with me and we'll sort it out which choice would be better then. We can also handle your study skills if you're a perfectionist or if you are procrastinator. You can come to me and we'll work around that. Even if you have a lack on motivation, or if you don't have enough behavior control. For instance, you're a gamer and you game too late at night, you can get out of bed in the morning. Just come to the study coach. We also have the same offer digitally for people who want to read it at ease at their homes. So what are those special statues and facilitations that we have? Well, it's tailor-made care or adjustments on both levels, the level of educational activities and the level of examinations. For instance, for educational activities, if you are a student at work, then we can look for solutions for absence. We can postpone deadlines for you. And we have we can arrange anything, any issue. You just have to tell us, of course. If you don't know the problems or the issues you're dealing with, we can't help you. So it's very important that you communicate openly. For the exams, it's the same thing. We can look for adaptations when you have a learning disability, for instance, like dyslexia, or even ASS, autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, DCD, anything that could prevent you from learning fluently. Just come to Stuvo and we'll help you out. You can start to ask for facilities digitally on http://facilities.hos.be. But at a certain moment, you'll be referred to my agenda to have an assessment talk to go any further. If you find any difficulties with finding connection with fellow students, Katlene Hansens is the lady to be with. She's a wonderful person, and before you know it, you know all West and beyond. You can go to our colleagues from the social service. They are in the office, which is in the Graaf Karel de Goedelaan, and she will both ladies will help you with study grants, information, application support, calculation advances, etc., etc. So any financial support you have to look for it there. They also help you out with psychological support. They have a listening ear, but they also will refer to a further therapist if the problem or the issue you deal with is too big to handle in a study context. We also help you with housing. In Kortrijk, that might be a problem because we don't have many student housing on ourselves, but in Bruges we have a lot of student housing. So be quick if you want to be in a student house from Stuvo. If you want to look on the private market, you can contact www.kotwest.be. There you find many housing which are safe and which are reasonable price quality. And then I think, okay, you can also contact us for mobility. There's a student Buzzy Pass or a Combi Pass, and we can also help you hiring bikes of Stad Kortrijk. There's of course the fun factor that we can't forget. There's student organizations, student activities, cultural activities, and sport activities, as Kortrijk is a very vibrant student city. I hope to be able to welcome you very soon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our final chapter, which is how to best prepare for DAE. Well, as you might know already or not, you don't need any prior knowledge to join DAE. You don't need any prior experience to programming or 3D because we teach you everything from the start. So now we're just gonna go over a small video of the different DAE Vault sessions we have. So DAE Vault is where our lecturers record a small session of a certain course and they explain a bit more about it, what you will see. So we'll go over that. We'll go over introductory courses. What are they? For who are they? A few links to certain websites that has free courses, for instance, for math and things like that, to see how you can best prepare yourself. But the best way to actually prepare yourself for it is to just come, take the leap, take the jump, just come to DIE. We'll teach you everything, so no need to be stressed. Stay tuned for the video and see you soon. Thank you all for joining this Study Information Day, one of our last ones. If you want to know more about the majors, if you want to know more about our alumni, there's 2 different sessions on our YouTube channel, so just later on switch over there and watch those as well. Thank you all, have a great day, and we hope to see you this academic year. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to this introduction to Autodesk Maya. My name is Goedele, I'm a teacher at Digital Arts and Entertainment, and I'm going to show you an introduction on how to work with the modeling tools of Maya. But first I will talk a little bit about what is Autodesk, what is high poly modeling, low poly modeling, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Welcome to another tutorial from Digital Arts Entertainment. In today's episode, I'm going to take a look at level decoration and how you can do that inside of Unreal Engine. My name is Dries de Rijkere and I'm a teacher at Digital Arts Entertainment as well. And I'm going to give you guys a tour of Unreal Engine. And you can see this kind of as a starter guide to some introduction settings to Unreal Engine, how to set up a quick project, how to get started with creating levels inside of Unreal Engine.
Hi guys, this is Tom. They asked me to tell you guys for the DAE Vault series to tell you a bit about programming in C++. It's been one of these things that I promised I would do and then didn't realize what the problem that would be, because let's face it, C++ is not something I can explain to you guys in 1 hour. Our students do several years to really master C++. So what I'm gonna do is introduce you a bit to the concept of programming in C++.
Hello everyone, my name is Oscar Keuken, and in this video I will show you the joys of sculpting in Pixelogic ZBrush. Quick about me, I am a character artist in the game industry. I worked on IPs like Fortnite, Darksiders, and Spyro. And for the past 3 years I've also been a lecturer at Digital Arts and Entertainment in Belgium, a game university that focuses on the development of video games, both for the art side and the programming, the more technical side, but also focuses on film, video, and special effects. Before we start sculpting, let's take a look at what we will be creating.
Hello and welcome in this episode of the DAE Vault series. My name is Thijs de Rijke. I'm a teacher at HOS DAE, where I mainly focus on 2D and 3D art related courses. In this video we will go over the process of creating a small stylized environment scene. For this we will only use Photoshop, and we will do this, or in this video we will go over the full process of how you can create something like this.
Hello everyone, welcome to this new series in the DAE Vault series, episode number 6, which is called Pre-Production. My name is Yinuo. I'm a teacher at DAE, Digital Arts and Entertainment. So today what I want to talk about, I think, is pre-production and what pre-production is in industry, but also what pre-production is here at Digital Arts Entertainment.
Hey, welcome. My name is Jan Menzel. I work as a lecturer at HOS DAE, and today in this next iteration of the Vault series, I would like to show you a bit why even as an artist, it's quite crucial that you learn a basic understanding of math, and especially much more important that you learn creative ways how to use it.
Hi everyone, my name is Stefan Kouli. I'm a teacher at Digital Art and Entertainment, and for this video I will go over the topic how to make a game in Unity. For this video I will focus on the prototyping stage of making a game. I already did some brainstorming for a new concept and came up with a cool mechanic where when the player dies his previous actions are saved and both the player and his previous actions get respawned.
Hello everyone, welcome to another DAE Vault video. My name is Luna and today I will be showing you some 2D techniques in Photoshop. One of the courses I teach is 2D for Games 1, which is the art course for our game development and our indie game production track.
There's definitely like a technicality with which we learn. If you graduate from DAE, you will be on point with your technical knowledge of your software and of computers. You will know what's happening, and that is a thing that the industry really requires of you. Everything about it is made to prepare you for the industry.
I really love the environment here. It's really open and friendly. I really like the teachers here. They really like friendly, and you can come up to them and ask anything and they will find it, and everyone is helping each other. It's feel like everyone is growing, so I really love it.
It does not feel like a school. You
learn a lot, you learn a lot of stuff really fast, and you really grow in like 3 to 4 years. But you just enter the school and you really get this warm feeling of people trying to help each other, and it's incredible to say it's like the best 3 years I've had.
If it's your thing, I would absolutely recommend DAE. Certainly at this moment, I don't think there's really a better place to go.